I think the first thing I would say is that it can actually be quite anxiety inducing returning from hospital. That's true for anybody who's been in hospital for any period of time. And it's counterintuitive because while one is in hospital, all we want is to get home to our own bed and our own people around us. But what happens very quickly, even for a younger person, is that you get used to medical personnel being around all the time. You've nursing staff around all the time. There's somebody around always to spot the early signs that you might be not doing as well or recovering as well as you should be. And all of us get used to that very quickly. That's especially true in the over 65s. So, what I would say there is allow for that. Allow for the fact that you are going to be a little bit more anxious being at home, even though you might not have anticipated that because all you've been thinking about is getting home to your own bed while you've been in hospital. So that would be one thing. And then it'd be very important, especially in the initial few days, that there's somebody keeping an eye. So again, whether that's family, friends, if there's a home care package in place, so home help, just checking on the person. So just, I suppose, a higher than usual level of people calling on you just to make sure that everything is okay. Have your phone close by you so that you can reach out and give somebody a quick call. Sometimes even a quick conversation can allay some of your fears. That's true for all of us in all circumstances, that you can have a thought about something, and then when you talk it out, sometimes that will allay it. But also the security for yourself, that I have the phone here, I have somebody that I can ring or talk to if I feel a bit more anxious, or if I feel that I'm not as well as I should be, or if something is happening, that you have a way to alert somebody.
What is the kind of support or help we're going to need when we get back home? And how would we go about putting that in place? Sometimes the medical team is able to advise you very categorically, and sometimes they can get somebody like an occupational therapist involved to assess your functional capabilities, and then very clearly advise you that you need help, extra help, or you don't need any extra help in the short term anyway, and that if you do need it down the line, that this is the way you should get it. And one of the commonest things that is actually not that well known is that for every older adult living in the community, there is a public health nurse available to contact, and there are quite a lot of skillful allied health professionals within the primary care team that can provide assessments at your doorstep as and when they're needed. But oftentimes the public health nurse and the primary care teams, they do require a doctor's referral, and that's usually the starting process when you need help.